In your health, get ready for summer. That means getting bathing suit ready. So what can you do about that dreaded cellulite if you have it? It is an issue that affects 90% of women at some point during their lives. Dr. Mitchel Goldman is here from UCSD, and he joins us now with what causes cellulite and how, of course, you can get rid of it. Dr. G, thank you for being here.
It's always good to be here. And you know, Kathleen, the other 10% of women that don't have it think they do. So it's a huge problem.
Yeah, I wondered if that's the #1 complaint you get from women who step into your office. It's got to be high on the list.
It really is, especially bathing suit season. You know, when women start looking at themselves, they see a little bit of dimpling. And they need to know that it's a normal female characteristic. Cellulite is actually how a woman is able to conserve energy so that she can have a baby and breastfeed. And so it's different than men. With men, we have our fat in our stomachs, but in women, it's basically in the area that we know women have in the hips and the buttocks regions, and it's a way to conserve energy.
So is it a positive during your childbearing years that you want to hold on to for those reasons, or is getting rid of it and medically a sound thing to do?
Well, getting rid of it is possible. And what we do is, you know, there's so many things out there. There are creams that you can use that really don't work. There are different massage techniques and laser techniques that also really only work temporarily. But now there's a brand new procedure approved by the FDA, released just a few weeks ago, called Cellfina. And what this procedure does is it actually gets to the root of the problem. Here we see, this is what a diagram of what the skin and cellulite looks like. And what we do is we actually sever or cut those little fibrous bands that you see going up and down. That's what holds the cellulite in place. And we do it entirely under local anesthesia with a very special type of a blade, and it actually releases those bands, and so you don't have the cottage cheese appearance anymore.
So how long does that last when you cut those bands? And I know it's described as minimally invasive. What's your downtime?
Well, the downtime is essentially there'll be some bruising and there'll be a little bit of pain, and so you're not going to go to the beach immediately and wear a string bikini. It's going to take about a week or two. But the good news is that once we sever those bands, the results will last for years. And the reason I can't say permanently is because we've only been doing it for about 2 to 3 years. So we know that it's going to last 2 to 3 years, which is a lot longer than 2 to 3 days, which is what the massage techniques will do for cellulite.
And this is the only FDA-approved procedure, correct?
Well, there are other procedures cleared by the FDA, and so there's different massage treatments like the VeloShape and the Triactive, which are types of lasers that some spas have that can improve the appearance of cellulite. But this one, Cellfina, can actually cure cellulite. It makes it totally go away. Now, we're still working on other techniques that'll be out in the next few years, which might be a little bit easier to do than the Cellfina, but right now, Cellfina is the way to go. Unfortunately, it costs upwards of $3,000 to $6,000 to do the procedure, so it's not inexpensive, but it's done entirely with local anesthesia, awake during the whole procedure, no pain whatsoever, and basically about a week of bruising.
And Dr. G, real quickly before we leave you, how many physicians out there are trained to perform this, since this is so cutting edge?
Well, unfortunately, right now there's only about 10 in the United States. The company is going to be releasing this generally sometime in the fall, unfortunately not for the summer. But you know, you can go online to the Cellfina website or our website here, and we'll give you more information on where to find a physician nearest you.
All right, Dr. G, very interesting. A cure, at least for some time, to cellulite. We'll take what we can get.
Okay, good to be here, Kathleen.